with EvolvMe Practitioner. And today's EvolvMe Practitioner is Julie Starr. Julie Starr is an amazing, I would say, one of the kind reader practitioner because she drew a visual images of me, with all this energy around me. I'm going to have her show you guys later on, but right now I'm just going to want to share about her and how talented she is. I'm very impressed with her work, and this is why I asked her to come on this event today. And hopefully some of you, get to experience all this. So anyway, Evolve Me is a new platform, a spiritual platform that offer all kinds of enlightenment, healers, readers, practitioners that offer to all those who are interested in healings and reading, or just about anything in metaphysics, really. I can have Julie talk about it too a little more about Evolve Me, but also I would love for her to talk about herself, her work, where she's come from. How did she get into all this art reading? I mean, psychic art reading, and not just psychic art reading. She does a lot of stuff. So let's welcome Julie. Hello, Julie. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm excited. This is fun to talk with you like this.
Amazing. Thank you. And hello, everyone who just come in. Hello, beautiful. All right. Beautiful. You're going to love her work. All right. So,
Oh,
Julie, let's talk about Evolve Me first, since you are one of their practitioner. And then I would love for you to introduce yourself as well.
okay. So, Evolve Me is a platform for a metaphysical community. And so, my friend Theon is developing this platform. And it is a place where practitioners can go, and also people who want to utilize the service of practitioners. So they may be psychics, healers, yoga teachers, people who teach about herbal medicine. It's there so many different things that people offer, and also a marketplace. So some practitioners, some people. I'll pick up my little amethyst crystal. They have a marketplace where they can sell that's similar to Etsy, right? ETSY.
Wow.
So it's going beta October 25th in
Nice.
celebration of the new moon. Which is basically a test launch, and there are 80 practitioners on there now. And so
Wow.
people can go on and you can shop around. So instead of having to like do a search or a Google search and look at this psychic, that psychic, you go to one place and you see who's there.
Nice.
And then what resonates with you, then you can choose that service.
Perfect. Now let's talk about yourself. I know we're gonna do something unique today, different from different shows that I do. Hello, guys, for being here. Hello, Guardian. Hello, Janine. You guys gotta see what uh, um, Julie has to show us today. So I'm gonna show you guys later on. But let's Julie talk about her specialty.
Okay, so I have a varied background, which I have pulled different elements of my background into what I'm doing now. So one aspect of my background is that I am an artist, and so I was an art major in school. Then I went into law enforcement for 9 years. I was a deputy sheriff when I was
Wow.
in my 20s, believe it or not.
Wow.
Now I'm a lot older than that now. I've been out of it for a while. After that, I became very interested in psychology. And I went to graduate school and I got a master's degree in transpersonal psychology and a PhD in psychology with a concentration in spirituality and consciousness.
Wow.
So all of these things have come together. I started teaching, and I've been teaching college classes since 2005. Well, when the pandemic hit, as it has upended the lives of so many people, it also upended my life because my full-time position was cut. And when my full-time position as a professor was cut, I started teaching online part-time.
Mm.
And then I decided now it's time for me to develop my psychic skills, to really develop. Now I've had spontaneous episodes my whole life. I've been psychic my whole life, but I've not had control over it. And it's not been well developed. And I've also had a lot of paranormal experiences. Now, I don't know about you, and maybe you can share, Tina, if you've experienced anything like this, but particularly when the pandemic hit, and just before that and after that, the paranormal experiences for me just like shot way up.
I get a lot of intuitive hits, a lot of like manifestation that whatever I think or feel, it just comes right away and very fast, you know.
Yeah.
So I might think about something, it just manifests. And the intuition
Wow.
is very like have increased tremendously. Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
just a thing like just the knowing. And I noticed that after pandemic or after I got pneumonia and I almost died, for some reason I just noticed what I think just happened. Bam, bam, like that. So it is crazy to
Isn't
enjoy.
that crazy? You
Yeah.
know what happened? One of the things that happened for me is I would always, for years, I would say, I want to work remotely. I want to work from home. I want to teach. I want to do all this. I want to do this. I want to retire early. And when the pandemic hit, I got the gift. I was really forced to downsize. I was forced to downsize, and then I was forced to do this. And I started taking Deborah's classes, Deborah Lynn Katz, the International School of Clairvoyance.
Yeah, you guys,
And
for the audience, this she teaches at International School of Clairvoyance. She has written many books. Your Psychic is one of them. It's very popular books. Yes, and
yes,
if you guys interest in taking some classes in psychic intuition, that's one of the book that Julie's showing on the screen right now. Deborah Katz, you can look up on Amazon.com. She's been around for a while and she's a very good teacher when it comes to psychic intuition.
she
But
is.
anyway, that's amazing what all those happen. So now,
Yeah, it all just came together, and that's when I realized that I was a medium. Because a lot of my paranormal experiences were visual phenomena.
yes,
That so it was the shadow people, it was the lights, it was weird things happening, it was physical things. And and there was no one that I could really talk to help me understand what was happening, because I didn't know if I was starting to lose my mind. you
yes.
know it's like, do I need to get my eyes checked? I'm a psychologist. I know I don't have schizophrenia, because with schizophrenia, you can see things, you can have hallucinations and not have schizophrenia. You see,
Hmm.
but this was like really something. So there's no one to talk about. But I found Deborah, I started taking the classes, and then things started to make sense. And then I started to develop. So I've done the whole master class. And now I'm even repeating classes, because especially with mediumship, that you never stop developing. You
True.
never stop developing. You're continuously growing. And I just want to keep developing. I'm like both feet in the water, all in, and having a great time.
Beautiful. But today it's not about mediumship. Today you're going to be showing us.
I've
Yes.
already started drawing another one. So, yeah.
Okay. Guys,
So,
watch this, guy. This is the picture that she drew for me. I'm going to share this. Okay. She's going to be, this is her work. Can you guys see that? If you can, some of you can type up, if you can see the image of this drawing. This, I just went in and went into this as a sitter at this place where Julie was, and she just drew this image from me. Can you guys see that? Okay, Be Beautiful said that she can see clear. Okay, good. Isn't that fascinating? Just the images that we're looking at. So now, Julie, let's begin with what read me with this picture. Isn't it amazing, guys, that someone can draw this, and when she reads me, hello, Charlie, hello, everyone. When she reads me, I would just stunned by how accurate she was and how amazing of so much information. All right, Julie, let's
yeah,
begin with what you got here for me, because I like to show the audience of I never seen someone do reading like this where you draw someone energy into this whole page with so much information.
yeah, it's really interesting how that starts. And even when we've been sitting here talking, hold on, I've got to, I'm so sorry, I've got to adjust um, my cord. It's
Sure.
okay. Sometimes it's charging. Okay. It's charging. So when you start talking, when you start speaking and you say your name, I just start drawing, and I'll start drawing like an image of a figure. And I don't do stick figures. I'm just trying to draw a figure of the energy and how I'm feeling you and how I'm sensing you at the time. And I don't even know what I'm going to draw. I just start drawing. And then I say,
Right.
oh, look, this is how this is coming out. This is how this is coming out. I have no idea what's going to come out. And in this particular picture, the first thing that struck me was your hands outstretched like this. So you're standing here in a relaxed position. Your hands are outstretched, and it's like, here I am. Here I am, and this is what I have to offer. And it's I'm getting chills when I'm thinking about this and I'm speaking about it, because it's a very solid, very relaxed, very giving position that you're in, that this is what I have to offer. And now it's time for you to come take what I have to offer. I'm willing to share it. Are you willing to receive it? And then I also, went straight up to the heart, and you see that big red heart. So many times in the heart chakra, what we may see is a pink or a green energy. I just had this red passion that was coming from your heart. And then all this gold and blue energy coming out of your throat. So I immediately saw, here is a person who is an excellent communicator. So not only does she have a giving heart, and and wants to share all of these gifts that she has, she can communicate in a way that people can hear and understand her. So here's something else. I'm looking at this picture. I have an orange line that comes through it comes right through your second chakra. And then it also comes out through your hands. So this is a creative expression. So your creativity is also expressed in this giving. I have creativity, and I am sharing this with you because I want to help you. Okay? And I'm trying to recreate how it all started to come out. I don't remember what the order of it was, but I saw lots of blue energy all around and behind you. So you can see all that blue energy that just started coming out. So I've got to put all of this blue energy in, because there's this clarity in consciousness and this clarity in communication, and also your mind. You have a very intelligent mind that comes through, and wisdom that comes through with this blue. And this was striking to me, because at first I'm like, I don't know why I'm drawing this, but it wanted to come out in silver. So there's this archway that is high up over your head, and it's in silver. And I'm drawing this archway, and then it started to turn into a rainbow. And as I tuned into this silver archway, I'm getting, holy crap, this is an interdimensional / extraterrestrial connection that you have, okay, that I saw forming over your head. So it's very high up, and it's a high vibration, but you have this connection. So as you reach higher and higher frequencies, higher vibrations, you have ability to make that connection. And a lot of this connection may occur with you during dream time, during sleep time, or something that I feel that you can develop across time through your own meditative practices and your own, as you're reaching out to make this communication. But it's there. It's there. Now I call, and this term I learned from one of my favorite mediums, Suzanne Wilson. She calls them what does she call them? Oh gosh, ultra terrestrials. So ultra terrestrials are these beings that are interdimensional. So a lot of times we think about extraterrestrials as being they're in the spaceship, and we see the UAPs and the UFOs, and we talk about extraterrestrials, but they're more like a 3D tangible being. These ultra terrestrials, they're a higher dimensional being, so they don't need a spacecraft, right? They can come right here and they can communicate with us, but we have to be able to get to these higher frequencies to be able to communicate with them. And so this is what I was seeing for you. So when you think in terms of Arcturians, Pleiadians, Andromedans, beings like this, that's a higher dimensional ultra terrestrial being. So, Tina, do you ever see colors or flashes of color?
All the time. All the
Do you
time.
ever see like a royal blue color?
Well, when I have my what do you call it's called curtain photography done, is that
Uh-huh.
take a
Yeah.
chakra? All my auric fields are blue and purple. Yeah.
All blue and purple.
So the whole
Now,
chakra or the whole thing was all blue.
oh,
So
I
that
can.
was several years ago that I have taken at the Conscious Life Expo. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, so it was intense blue all over. And
That's
back then I
cool.
didn't know what it was, why it was all blue. Yeah.
Okay. I That's interesting. It's interesting too because I put all of this blue around you that I was seeing as well. Do you ever see blue from your eyes, like flashes of color through the corner of your eye?
Not from the corner of my eyes, but I tend to pick up the color. Let's say if we do chakra reading or color, I will be very fast in picking up the colors on other people. When
Uh-huh.
I do reading, let's say in Deborah's cat class, I'll be the first one pretty much that come up with the color first. So,
Okay. Okay.
so people go, "How did you get color so quick?" I don't know, just come really naturally. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you've
but
got that frequency. Pay attention. Pay attention, Tina, to what you are seeing. When you are just like in a meditative state, try meditating with your eyes kind of halfway open
hmm.
and go into your meditative states, into your deep trance states with your eyes kind of halfway open. And across time, I really feel strongly that you're going to start seeing out here that blue color, that
Mhm.
flashes of color. These blue colors, these are these interdimensional beings.
Well, I'll share with you something I've been told by many that I'm Arcturian, Sirens, and Andromedians. So, and I already know I channel myself information as well, and I got that information which I never shared, but Arcturian was the main one that I got. So that was
I,
funny that you brought this
you
up.
know, I was gonna say, and I didn't say that I didn't know. I didn't say it, but I was gonna say because I wasn't sure. That was something that a lot of people, and I don't know if people here want to hear. Sometimes people don't want to hear about this stuff
Mhm.
because it can be a little scary to them. I was gonna say, I really kind of felt like you had this kind of high interdimensional soul yourself.
Mm.
And then all this blue around you would indicate that Arcturian and that Andromedan soul.
Mhm.
Very interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
very interesting when you say that because you didn't know anything about me at all. And
No,
it was on the phone. It was not in person like this. Julie
no,
never saw me, never knew about me doing this YouTube thing. So
no.
that's why it's so fascinating. When we met, it was just in a group setting that they did the group reading. I had no idea what she looks like. She had no idea what it looked like. She didn't know what I'm doing. So that's why I was so intrigued with what she captured. Yeah.
Yeah, just what was coming through. So yeah, you've got that. I think there's going to be more opening up for you.
Well, and you're right about that, Julie, too, that you didn't say that because years ago, I would kind of push away the subject of UFO or star seed. I thought it would be just kind of silly.
Mhm.
But not until this year, well, past couple years, some of the audience probably know that I got COVID pneumonia, almost died. So this might be their way of kind of pushing me back And then now I surrender and really kind of believe that they, yes, they do exist and they have been around me all this time.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of proof. I just kind of disregarded all these years. Yeah.
Now you're going to have to message me and let me know when you start seeing the blue colors like in your visual field in front of you objectively.
Great.
You're
Great.
going to
I
have to let
will.
me know when that starts because I really feel like that's going to start. But do the meditation. And anybody here listening too, try it.
Yes.
Doing the meditations with your eyes half open. Relax your eyes. Don't focus on anything and go into a trance state and ask that outer part of your third eye open and just wait and see what happens.
And
And
everyone can actually channel that information too. You just have to trust when you do that meditation. Just
yeah,
put a pen of paper and write down and ask that question, and whatever comes, trust what you get.
yeah,
All right, Julie, let's move on, because I think, what do you guys think of her drawing and her information? This is just fascinating that I have to show to you guys this kind of
right.
way. And
You
I
know,
was
and
impressed. Very
And
impressed.
I'm going to point some other things out because this is one of the things that comes out when I start doing these drawings.
Mhm.
And that's where I start feeling into what your strengths are. And when I felt into this rainbow, I saw this rainbow of strengths. And and actually character strengths is a class that I teach because we all have strengths, but we exhibit them in differently to different degrees. And there's some that you'll gravitate toward that it's more expressive with you that gets you through the tough times, right? And then there's some for me. And so what I was seeing for you that just popped out like the colors of this rainbow was optimism was one. Now, optimism is not about just like some people think optimism means you're looking through rose colored glasses. That's not what optimism is. Optimism is future mindedness, it's being able to look at, okay, what is possible for me and how do I take control of my environment? How do I take control of the things that are happening to me? So you're talking to me, you're telling me about how you had COVID and pneumonia and you almost died.
Mm,
Now, someone who does not have optimism as a strength, that's going to be a really difficult road for them to take.
absolutely.
Someone who has optimism, they're scanning their environment. They are looking to their own strengths and they're seeing what's possible. What can I control here? What can I change here? What can I do with this experience that I have had? So I assume you had a long recovery time.
I did
And
have long recovery, but you're right about that because first 6 months, of course, I fell into the fear mode just like everybody else because this is something never experienced before. And I've always been healthy and very athletic and always in great health. So for me to experience all this is quite scary, thinking this is going to be a long term. But after the 6 months, the realization came for some reason. I think upstairs been looking out for me. I switched it around into a very positive mode and I visualize myself changing, shifting, and it's almost as if it's actually guiding me onto this journey into coming back, I would say, home or to myself again. And what you just explained earlier about open up my arms is just when I start doing this YouTube, which is just, in March this year. I just start open up my arms. Just come to me, whatever. I'm just gonna do this because I knew this is what I have to start doing, and bridging people in this spirituality, helping people to
right.
go where they need to. I'm like a information center or like a networking. And this is what I realized, just my journey, you know. So
Oh,
you were right
wow.
about that when you said optimism. I turned it into a very positive path. I visualized myself working out again and being healthy. And I just focus on myself. And yeah,
Yeah.
I it's a long journey, but if I didn't turn around to positive energy, I'm probably gonna be very sick right now because it's really bad. It really hit me rock bottom with my health. It destroyed a lot of things in my body. Yeah.
So what you're describing me, these are the true traits of the optimist. So you're looking at what can I do? And you're also adopting healthier behaviors. You're adopting these healthy behaviors to help yourself get better. You're seeing ahead. You're
Yep,
seeing the future. You're taking control over what you can take control of. You're seeing this as a challenge and not a threat.
exactly. I did took control, even though it seemed kind of, you know, not much hope at the time, but I did have this hope, and I did see myself. It's so funny. It's like I knew I was gonna heal, but I didn't believe I was gonna heal. Like deep inside, I knew what's gonna happen, but I didn't trust myself at that time. Yeah.
And now you can look back and see how much you've grown. So optimism, hope, of course, is part of optimism, having hope that one way or another things are going to work out. This is a
Mhm.
strength, and these strengths, when you tap into these strengths, they make you resilient. And so what I'm seeing in these strengths is a very resilient woman. The other strength is kindness.
Mhm.
Someone is kind. So when you are kind to others, it gets you out of your own head, and it helps you get out of your own problems and out of your own misery. And you are focused now on another person. How can I help this person? And so here you are developing this channel, and you're trying to help people and get information out to people. This is a kind thing to
Mhm.
do. So here again, you're tapping into your strength of kindness. And then there's purpose. Having an ability to find purpose and meaning in the hard things in life. That popped out of that rainbow just like boom, just as clear. And grit. I don't know if you ever heard the term grit.
Not sure what that means.
Okay, grit is a term that's used by psychologists to describe a person who has a strength of perseverance.
Yes.
So, grit, so you think about, like, you think gritty, I think about a rock or stones, and I can hold them in my hand and they've got substance to them. A person with grit does not give up. A person with grit finishes what they start. A person with grit keeps moving forward.
Mhm.
This popped out of your rainbow.
Wow.
Grit.
Now,
And
guys, this is to the audience who's listening right now. This drawing was drawn 3 weeks ago, 3.5 weeks ago, Julie. That's right around that time.
mhm,
And right after the reading, and when she gave me all the reading and the drawing, she sent me a picture afterward because I didn't expect that afterward. I didn't expect to see a picture. I had no idea she drew a picture. She just gave me I contacted her. I said, Julie, you gotta be on my talk here. I want to show, my audience of like this is a very unique gift. Even what someone said on the comment, I never seen anything like this. It's amazing. I agree with
yeah.
that. So Julie, let's get back into the reading again. Sorry for interruption, but I just kind of want to share. This is like drawn 3 weeks ago, so now we're going over. So you have to share with the audience what you read for me. This is amazing. I know it's
Mhm.
about me, but it's just how amazing the drawing came out and how you wrote everything. And after that, we got to talk, and I was like, "Whoa!" Blew my mind. Blew my
Yeah.
mind. Yeah.
Well, it was a lot of fun doing this and reading you. It was a lot of fun because I really got, there's something great about learning how to read people and read energy and do things like this. You get a whole new appreciation
Yes.
for people because it's easy to just look through the ego mind and you see a person and you make judgments, but when you really get in there and you start seeing their strengths and who they are as a soul,
Mm,
who they are in their very best light, it's like, wow, how can you just not love everyone?
right.
Because everyone has these strengths
And I
that
think too, when they see that strength, when you draw it out, their strength, and they may never recognize or realize that, but once they see it, they know, yes, I got that. And I
yeah,
think that would be a way to propel them to really move forward with
yeah.
that gift and with what they have, right?
Yeah, and let it be, yeah, and
Mhm.
let it be a constant reminder that's there. And it's almost, if you want to look at it in terms of magical arts, it's a healing in a sense because Their shamans will do paintings. They'll do art that
Yes.
is like a form of healing. So when it's on paper and I'm showing you how I'm seeing all your best qualities, all the things that keep you going in life, all that you have to offer, it's like it's putting it right there for you to look at and to see and to understand, and also as a form of a healing.
Yep.
Because sometimes, people, and I've done these for people, and I can see they have negative self-talk, and I can see that they have lower self-esteem. And so then I'll write affirmations. Now, I didn't feel a need to write affirmations on yours because you have good self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
some
agree.
people,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, some people don't have that, and I'll write the affirmations showing who they are. And it's like a form of healing in a sense. It's just, and it doesn't go away. It's just right here unless you rip it up and burn it. So love was another one of yours, but I want to go up higher here. I went up higher because I drew this geometric shape at the top that's gold, and I saw this gold geometric shape like a star way up over your head, and I wrote down, this is star chakra. I wrote star chakra, and I don't even know if I've ever heard of a star chakra before. Have you ever heard of a star chakra?
I never heard any human said it, but I kind of knew about it. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
I
wrote
understood when you said that. Yeah. Hmm.
I wrote star chakra, and I'm like, I don't know why I'm writing it, but this is really interesting. And then when I tuned into it, it's like, this is the connection to the higher realm. So if you notice, it's above that silver arch, which was your interdimensional connection, your star chakra, and it has a direct line in through your crown, and it's a silver cord. Okay, it's a silver and white cord going down to your crown, and that connects directly with your third eye. And your third eye is just like this. I mean, you are so psychic,
Mhm.
Tina.
Yeah, I used to do reading long time ago, but I sort of shut that part of myself for a while. So I'm now kind of trying to open up and allow myself to open. Yeah. But
Yeah,
I
well,
enjoy other people's reading more.
it's there. It's there. You've got this third eye, and it's just a matter of when you're ready to move back into that. But I think you do this naturally anyway. It's like breathing. It's every day. You're reading energy. You're reading people. So you don't have to do like a formal reading of a person. When you meet someone, you're informed. You
Yeah.
have that connection. And a lot of the people here too have that connection, and they may not realize it, or it may not be developed. But the more you work on it and put focus on it, the more you develop, because everybody has the connection.
Yeah, I agree with that. Everybody has gift. I mean, don't you guys, any one of you would love to have Julie draw this something in image like this for you, right? I mean, this is like amazing. All right,
Mm.
Julie, let's go on so we can show the audience. And by the way, to those who just step in, hello, welcome, welcome to my channel, and welcome to this live event today. Is with Julie Starr. She's an artist. Now, Toya, someone asked, about the reading. I'm not sure we're gonna get a chance to do reading or not, but we're showing this kind of reading that's just amazingly, I mean, unique. Julie drew this image over the phone. This is over the phone, never seen me, never met me at all. And she emailed me after the reading. And the reading was amazing. Blew my mind with her reading. I'm like, how did she knew all this stuff? And she emailed me afterward with this picture. And then when I look at the picture, I'm like, oh my God. So I invited her to come here to show her gift because it's so unique. It's not just a regular reading. So I just kind of want to share that for those who just step in. All right. Yes, this is just, I mean, it's just like, wow. And I'm a very visual person. When you talk about third eyes open, because I'm very visual, I learn a lot more through visual than
Mhm.
anything else. Yes.
Yeah.
So, all right, Julie. So what else that you got that you want to share with the audience?
Okay. Now this I thought was this was very telling to me about you and who you are, because what came up, I some clouds came up overhead. So these are clouds, and clouds can be depicted as our emotions, the things that happen in life, and the emotions that come from that. and they come and they go. It's not who we are, it's something we experience. And so I see the clouds, and there's rain coming from the clouds, but the rain is a gentle rain. It's not a torrential downpour. And I look at it, I said, okay, when sadness comes, right? And sometimes all of us at times can feel depressed based on things that happen in our lives, okay? When it comes, it rains down and it becomes a fertilizer because you are shielded by your strength. So you see how it's like an umbrella, the interdimensional connection, and the strengths shielded you from this rain that came down and these emotions that came down. But when they hit the ground, green grew up from that. And this was growth. So and now I'm attributing this because you're telling me about your experience with COVID and pneumonia and how you almost died, that this actually ended up being a fertilizer for new growth for you.
Makes sense.
And the strengths that you have, they protected you from the worst of those emotions. So it was able to fall, to come down, you could experience, fall around you and grow from it, but it did not harm you, because you are protected by all of these strengths: optimism, hope, kindness, purpose, grit, love. Do you see that?
Amazing. Because I didn't understand, when you put the rain and the fertilizer. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's like a portrait of your beingness and your personality. The first thing, I'm going up to this red rose. Before I even got into all of these other aspects of the sketch, I was visualizing a very deep red rose, and it wasn't fully open. It's held in, just like this. So and it had dew on it. So what it felt like to me was a new beginning. So when I see the red rose, of course we associate that with passion and love and all that. But red, the color red for me in my symbology is also maturity. Okay. So here's a very mature soul, very mature in the things that you do and the skills that you have developed across time, and not just time in this lifetime, but across lifetimes. But it's not fully open yet, because the dew is still on the rose, and it's still held just a little bit like this. It's still fresh and it's still young because it's in development. It's still, it feels like a new beginning, if that makes sense.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. At this point in my life, I just feel like this is a new beginning also, but also feeling a lot more mature. Yes, absolutely. Really resonate 100%.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see this other thing I wrote, and this is just something that came through. All things eventually pass, and this will too, as like a mantra, as a lesson, as something that you have learned. All things will pass, and this will too. So the next challenge that comes, and we all have challenges because this is how we grow. So the universe gives us challenges. The next challenge, you've already learned this. All things eventually pass, and this will too. And then when that passes, you will be able to look at yourself and how much you have grown even more.
Beautiful. For those who just step in, hello, Francine, hello, everyone. And someone asked question about, is this a telepathy or is this remote viewing, Julie?
It's clairvoyant. How I would not call that remote viewing, and I would not call that telepathy, because I experienced telepathy. This is different. This is more of me looking at your energy. So it's sort of like an energy reading. It's a clairvoyant. So, and I connected with you through your voice. So I didn't see you, but I could connect with you through your voice. And when I connect with you through your voice, then I can start to see your energy. And then I start drawing and see what comes out.
Isn't that drawing? I mean, isn't that amazing, guys? It's fascinating, right? I remember she asked me to say my name 3 times, my name, my last name, full name, 3 times. And after that, she just came up with this picture, this image of drawing for me, and then gave me this reading, which I'm like, wow. Surprisingly, amazingly, just shocked with, yes, amazing. And this is the
And
reason why I brought her on here. Go ahead, Julie. Didn't mean to.
yeah, I was going to say too, and one thing I'm discovering, one of the things I love the most when I'm connecting with people and doing readings with people is helping them to see what's right about them. Because so often people come to psychics and they're like, this is wrong and this is wrong, and I have this problem and help me fix that. And people will come in and they have low self-esteem, or their esteem is not where it could be. They don't see themselves for who they really are. And I really love helping people see who they really are and see what's their strength, to see how they're unique and how what they have to offer to the world and to themselves, and to give themselves the credit that they deserve. And and to stop looking to other people so much for the answers, and to learn how to find the answers inside.
Nice, nice, guys. Wow, this is just amazing. Now, you mentioned that you just draw another one, but I don't know how we can show the audience on that
I'll,
today.
I'll hold it up, and it's not complete because I
Oh,
don't have any color on it yet, and I haven't really tuned in. I just started drawing while we were talking beforehand. Um, so you have your hat on, and you're sitting in this cloud, and then this long dragon tail came out, and I don't know. Do you have any connections with dragons?
absolutely, absolutely. Just for the audience, when she mentioned, I mean, I couldn't tell what she drew, but when she mentioned the word dragon, dragon has always been significant for me because, okay, this is the first time I'm going to share with you guys. Then my own mom has a connection with dragon. When she was 8 years old, there's a lightning thunders up in the sky, and she would look up with her eyes, physical eye, she'll see a dragon walking on the cloud. And she did. Now, she said she didn't share with anyone. She only told her dad, and her dad said, "You're a stupid little girl. I mean, you're just imagining things." And so ever since then, she never shared with anyone. But she did share with me, just for a reason. That my mom is very spiritual. She did all kinds of uh now they would call it metaphysics. She used to burn the incense, and she would ask me, and I was about maybe 9, 10 years old at the time, and she would ask me, what number do you see? The incense, she would put about 5 incense, and incense will burn to ash, but the incense will form into numbers, and she would win all these little numbers, like 2 numbers, 3 numbers. And this is how she saved all the monies. Then we were able to come to America. And back then, coming to America, you got to be wealthy and have a lot of money to come over here. So that's all my mom's money saving from winning all those lottery from the incense. That
That is amazing.
and as I got guys, check this out. I'm going to share this funny story with the audience. When I was going through a lot of tough time financially, about 12 years ago, I remember my mom used to do that. I was trying to figure out a way how to bring in cash, right? So I remember when I was young, my mom used to burn incense and win the lottery. I said, oh God, that would be the answer. So I burned this damn incense. You think it forms anything? Hell no. Everything just fell. It doesn't, once it burns into ashes, it just fell off. It does not form any number like I used to see when I was young. And she always
Wow.
had dreams that always come. Yeah, so dragon was very significant. It's very related to my mom, and I always saw myself when I was young, visualize myself flying on the back of dragon through dimension, through different dimension when I was young. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's you on the cloud and the dragon tail coming out.
So what does it mean? I'm a dragon.
Well, there's
What you
there
guys think? Yes.
this is here's the other thing. I'm looking, the first thing I drew and the first thing I saw when we started talking was an orb. Okay. Has your mom passed?
She passed. She passed when she was 66. Yes, she passed.
I drew the orb,
2026,
and
yeah.
because we were talking, I didn't really tune in, but I knew the orb is a spirit that is with you.
Yeah.
And so I have chills all over my body because when you told that story, I'm like, this is your mom.
My mom. Yeah.
Your
That's
mom
what's the
is
connection.
she's right there with you. And so when I'm drawing, I'm your mom was talking to me.
Yeah.
Your mom was drawing this. I wasn't drawing this.
And you said you're a medium. This is what your specialty in mediumship. And I
Yeah,
thought
that's
to
one.
myself earlier, Julie, but I never asked you, like, oh, maybe she could tune into my mom. That's what I thought in my head before we came on the top. I never say anything, because I usually
Your,
don't ask people to give me a reading, anything like that.
your
Isn't
mom, your
it
mom is
amazing,
here.
guys?
Your mom is here. Now that's the first I've never had this experience before where I just start drawing, but that was your mom guiding me to draw this cloud with the dragon tail. And that's a story that you can completely relate to, of evidence that your mom's talking to me.
Absolutely.
How would I know to draw a cloud with a dragon tail?
And that's
And
a
that
weird
your
thing.
mom saw dragons walking across the cloud. I mean, my mind is blown.
I have no idea that's the dragon tail until you tell me. I
It's
was
a
like, what is
dragon tail.
that? But
It's a dragon tail.
when you said dragon, my heart just jumped out of
And this is you.
yeah.
This is you. So she's showing you in the cloud with the dragon. And dragon, what this is telling me, dragon is also a power animal for
Oh
you.
my God. Why she drew a cloud? Because the story I just shared about her
It was
sitting
the
in the
story you
cloud.
just shared.
Oh my God. That was a story between her and me. And we have I never forget the story of the dragon. And I said, how did you know that it was real that you saw? She said, because I didn't know what it was at that age. I was so young. And I say, were you scared? She go, no, because I didn't know what it is I was seeing until she grew older and she saw it on the books, on the calendars, everywhere. Then she realized that's what she saw with her own physical eyes.
Your mom is very powerful, has a very powerful spirit, and the way she just came through like that. Um, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend some time this week putting some color to it,
That'd be
and
lovely. Please.
and I'm gonna look more into it. I'm gonna tune into your mom. She's right here. She's next to you right now. So she's showing me she's next to your head, you know, right now.
Yeah.
And probably all the time. She's always with you.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm aware that she's always with me because I smell her, I saw her, I heard her. Yeah.
Wow. I love it. That
I
is so
just
cool.
yeah, I just never share with, this is the first time I'm sharing with the audience, like stuff that I experienced. But that dragon thing was profound for me now because dragon has always been significant for me, and so this is fascinating, Julie, that you picked it up. That
That is
because
so cool.
you were talking about mediumship, and I asked you like, what do you like to do the best? The drawing and medium. So this is just
That it has never happened this way before me
yeah.
before.
And
Where
someone
it just,
mentioned the tail is pointing up. What does it mean? Be Beautiful mentioned that. Yeah, this is amazing, you
the
guys. What
tail is
Julie's doing with her
pointing up
work.
to the tail is pointing up to the higher realms. It's,
It's like I run into so many psychic readers through in my life a lot. I've come across many, and this drawing is unique to me because I've seen some drawing, but she adds color to it, which makes it so vivid, especially when it comes to reading the color of the aura, the chakras. It's so important to see how vivid the color is, because sometimes when I see chakras on color on people, they're very faded. They're not clear. So it was like for you to draw that in color, it just like it tells it speaks a lot of the person energy. Like you said, you read the energy. That drawing you did, you drew the person whole energy into the images here. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have any question for Julie? This is amazing, right? Because wow, this is something that I got
I
excited.
can't, I can't wait to tune in and start putting color to this because the drawing that you have there, I did that very fast because we
Yes.
were in the context of this reading, so it's like a quick sketch. But I'm going to put some time into this and see if I can connect in with your mom a little
I
more,
appreciate that very much.
and I'll see what else comes out, and I'll just mail it to you. So just send me an address, I can mail it to you.
What? Well, yes, yes. Whatever meant for you to pick up, please do. This is like a treat for me to get this image. I didn't expect that, but
I didn't either.
I mean, any medium to tell me, oh,
Thanks to your mom. What's your
yeah,
mom's name?
Jenny. Anybody can say, hey, your mom is here, your dad is here, and to me, it's just too general for me for the reading.
Yeah.
But when you specifically mention dragon, boom, I saw that. That's evidential.
And the
That's
cloud.
evidential.
And
Yes,
you're in the
guardians, we
cloud.
should.
So there's a message in that with you being in the cloud too, because she saw the dragon walking across the cloud. So she's showing us the dragon in the cloud, but you're on the cloud. So what does that say, my dear?
Yeah,
about
she saw the
you?
dragon on a cloud. That has been strong in my mind and my heart, because I always, as a little girl, you listen to your mom tell you a story. It sounds like a magical story, like kids like to listen. Oh, you saw a dragon in the clouds, and as I grew up, I did actually bring up this topic many times to her, like, Mom, who else did you tell? How come you never show people? And she said, you know, people wouldn't believe me. They think I'm crazy. But there's so many things that she did in her life that actually very, very, magical, like the incense that she burned and turns into a number until I read it. She asked me to read it every morning. When I read it, and that's when the ashes falls. Because the incense in Asian tradition, how she burned an incense is like a little cup with the rice, and then she put the stick, like this, straight up, vertical up, and then it formed into like numbers 1, 0, 4, 5. And I had no idea that it's not meant to be burned like
And
that.
it's the ash.
Yes, yes.
I'm gonna try that.
Any listener, can you relate to that? Have you seen that?
You know what? I already know it's not going to work for me.
No, I tried that 10, 12 years ago when I was going through financial hardship, and I tried to burn the incense because I remember Mom used to do that, and I figure I can buy a lottery and maybe I'll get lucky. Never happened. No luck.
Your
The
mom
ashes just fall.
Yeah, your mom had a special skill, special talent, and that's you get your psychic skills. You're inherited through your mom.
She never realized that was back then. Never been talk about it so much, and never been supported or enhanced. She's a housewife, so she didn't realize she had that gift, and I never thought about that. I was too young,
Yeah.
and until this moment when I look back. But that was amazing. Yeah, she's amazing.
I'm just feeling all these vibrations across my head right now. So, your mom is really close, but what she's telling me that, Tina, my dear, is that you are the dragon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did feel that when I was young.
You are the dragon.
I'll share one thing though when you say that, because as a little girl, I had a lot of vivid imagination, and one of my imagination was that I was a dragon, or maybe I was on the back of the dragon, and I would fly on the cloud, in the clouds, and I would go through a different dimension. And that was when I was a little girl, So I used to see myself flying across into different universe or dimension. It's just my imagination, But
you know what? There's a whole lot. What we're conditioned is to believe this is my imagination, right?
Right.
But you know that you're doing that anyway on the astral plane.
Did you tell me that, Francine? Francine said, I told you, Tina, you are a dragon lady. Did you tell me that? I don't remember that. Francine, tell me that. You're pretty good then.
But the dragon is very, very powerful and very magical. So the dragon is your companion when you're astral traveling.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. That's
And
crazy.
your imagination is not just your imagination.
Oh no, it's real, real.
It's
Now that I'm
real.
older, I realize all imagination are very, very real, especially now when we do readings and we study and all that stuff. Now you guys got any question for Julie in regards to her drawing, her work? Yes. Oh my God, Francine. Yes, yes, I remember now. That's some Francine, you tuned it in also. You guys got a question, ask Julie, you know? And I mean, I thought about having Julie do reading before, but it was like I would love for audience to see her work like this because I think this it wouldn't do you justice if you just get like clairvoyant reading like you normally get. But when you see the picture that she did, it's just so profound.
Well, and your mother has inspired me. Your mother, who still exists, and
Hmm.
she's right here with us, has inspired me to take this to another level and let the messages from spirit to come through in art. And I just got, oh my God, the chills just went right down the side of my body. And I'm so excited about that.
Julie, I don't know you do this. You should do all this artwork and put on your website. And I think that's awesome because I think you will make people remembering who they are through your work. When you draw their energy, you drew who they are. So when
Right.
people visually seeing it, it's a memory, in the third eyes. They will remember and tap into who they are, especially right now, where everyone, especially all the star seed and everybody's tuning in. Who's tuning in right now in this video? You're meant to remember who you are, you know? So that would be another good way for you to kind of express your gift because this is your gift for being here. You help waking people up by drawing their energy, the true energy of who they are. Julie, do you have an art gallery? This Francine asked you.
Oh, do I have an art gallery? No.
Mhm.
I have art and I do like representational art and like paintings and drawings that take me hours and hours to do, but I give them away. I'm inspired to do, and I have some things on my wall that I've done. This is not one of mine, but I have some things on my wall, but I don't hold on to much. I get inspired and I'll do something and I'll give it away.
Right. Wow, this is amazing. Well, you guys, what else do you do, Julie, besides doing this drawing? And you're very good at mediumship. And what other work that you do?
I'm also delving into the Akashic records and looking at future probabilities and looking at timelines and future probabilities. So, people want their future read. Tell me what's happening in my future. Well, we don't have definites. There are probabilities. So based on the trajectory, the timeline that you're on now, what could be ahead for you? But if you make a different choice, you can find yourself on a different timeline. So I'm exploring that and having fun with that right now as
Wow,
well. Mm-hmm.
this is amazing. If I have to tap you into doing this future timeline for, a few people I know, they may need it, you know.
Yeah, and a lot of people use Akashic records for past lives, and I think it's cool to look at the past lives and connect with the future as well. But I'm really interested in really just instead of going into the past, looking in where we're headed.
Nice. Now, Francine asked another question. Julie, can you explain the multiverse? I can't
Girl,
get around it.
I have looked at it. I have looked at it clairvoyantly. And can I explain it? I'm still wrapping my head around it. When I have looked at it, it looks like a hologram,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a hologram. And I see all these different lines and parallel lines. And oh wow, I just saw a spirit right in front of me. And they're telling me too, yeah, keep trying to explain it, girl, because the problem is our 3D brains, we can't comprehend it. So we get an idea or a concept of it, but I'm still working on it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for a 3D brain to process, but I think we all experiencing that, even through the dreams as well.
Yeah, it's fun to look at it.
It's very liquidy. It's very like what you said, hologram like, and is it keep
Yeah.
expanding, and it's never end,
And
and
all time exists in the present. All time exists at one time.
at one time together in that many, 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 many expansions.
That's why it's a hologram. So you
Yeah,
can just put your attention at different points of the hologram, but it's hard.
good. Now, second question, another question. Be beautiful. Can Julie talks about the clairvoyant course a little bit?
Oh yeah. Okay, so go to deborahkatz.com.
I think there's a one called 7site.org. Is that what it is? Or
Yeah, that's her class site. But you can go to her main website, Deborah Katz. Is it Deborah Lynn Katz or Deborah Katz?
I can post under description.
Let's pull it up.
Yeah.
Because that's where she has the up-to-date information about how to get involved. Let's see, I'm typing it in right now.
Now you saw the flower that Julie drew of me, the red flower, the red rose. That's where you learned from Deborah's cat program, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Deborah teach how to read flowers with using yes. Guardian put down Deborah Lynn's cats, and I also took class from her too. It's fun. It's a good class, and you get many people do group readings, and they're amazing. All of them are great readers.
It's very interactive, and which is what I like. And Deborah is so laid back. And it's like she's your friend, and you're sitting here and you're talking with your friend, and she's so accessible. And it's all on Zoom. It's in real time. It's a time commitment because it's 3 to 4 hours you're in class.
So Guardian, do you know her, or have you taken classes with her, Guardian? You can post. Now, Divine Healing Light said, how did you begin to explore the Kartik records?
I started that first with a friend of mine who read a book on it. And then she and I started practicing it together. And then we also did that in Deborah's class. I mean, she teaches all that stuff. Akashic records, life path. I mean, all of it. I highly recommend it. Even if you don't have any intention of like doing readings for people, by learning how to do it, it really opens you up in a whole new way, and just navigating your own life and navigating the social world.
Exactly.
And being able to understand people better, because you can look at things that maybe you didn't know how to look at before.
Yeah. So Be Beautiful. Be Beautiful. If you're interested in clairvoyant course, you can take with Deborah Lynn's cats too. It's really good. I was in her program before just to learn from different instructor, and I liked it too. It's good. And great group, people get together and practice, and you get a lot of great practitioners. Francine Sherpa, have you seen movie Everything Everywhere All at Once? Yes, I have.
Yes.
Anyone had? It's amazing.
Yes.
It's crazy.
See it.
That's definitely in a different multiverse. That can
You know what? Did you remember the symbol that the man had, the Google eyes, the little Google eyes, and she kept fussing about the Google eyes? The woman did. After I saw that movie, now my spirit guides communicate with me in a particular, a different way at night. I would wake up in the middle of the night and there are Google eyes right there. And I'm like, what are you trying to tell me? They're trying to tell me about the multiverse.
Yes. That's what it is, Francine. Thank you for sharing that movie. Everyone should see it. I highly recommend it.
It'll blow your mind.
It will blow your mind, definitely. And, I have a friend who went with me, and my friend go, what is that? I go, that's what we are.
Yeah.
That's what we have.
It's like you walk out and you're like, what did I just watch?
Right.
It's the everything bagel.
Yes, that's Google Eyes. Is amazing. Yeah. So, Julie, this has been an amazing session here. I'd love for you to come back again and maybe just do like a sample clairvoyant reading or a Kartik reading, for some audience too,
Sure.
I would recommend you to teach this drawing class. I don't know if anyone can draw like you, or you think they need to have a gift, or if anyone would be interested in doing something like this.
I think anybody can do it because I mean, you use your own symbols and you use your own way of drawing, and then understanding what you're saying. Because if you can, here's the thing: what it helps me do is get out of my head. So I'm not thinking about it. I'm not trying to perform. I'm not thinking about it. I'm just seeing what comes out. I'm just letting it take its own life. And so it's a good way to just develop your own intuitive self.
That's the best way to do it. Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's come back, guys. Remember Julie's star name. You want to get a hold of her. I would like, I mean, today, unfortunately, we cannot have her doing drawing for anyone because it will take a long, I mean,
It
to
takes a
draw.
little time.
It takes a little time for her to draw. It will be like a quiet moment in here, which is not going to be fun for some people who's not, and then we probably could do only one person. So it's not, everybody would be like, God, I want to get it too. So I just think, you know what? I want to show this an amazing work that she does that was so unique. And you guys interested, you can connect with Julie through info@evolveme.com. She's one of the practitioner Evolve Me as well.
Mhm.
You can look at the email. I'm gonna have it under description. Contact her for that directly. She can do that directly drawing your energy. But I'm gonna have her come back to do either a Kartik reading or mediumship or just clairvoyant, just a sample so you can get a taste. Remember her, Julie Starr. So when I post it, you guys gotta come in, because if you're impressed with what she does today, bring all your friends along, share this video, click like, subscribe if it's new for you. And contact Evolve Me and ask about Julie Starr. Definitely. She's a real star here. I'm impressed,
Ah,
extremely impressed, because I get a lot of readings before and clairvoyant, but it's much more impressed when you have all these images. And not only that, it was just so right on. I have to say 100% accuracy, which I don't say that often, you know. So thank you for that. I mean, I saw the image and I just felt like that energy comes into my heart. And when that dragon thing just like, whoa, blow me up. Yeah, at first when you showed me, I'm like, what is that? I'm like,
I know. I'm blown away by the dragon and the cloud and the
once you say the
story.
dragon, I'm like, holy crap.
Uh,
That's it.
yeah,
Now
that was all your mom. That wasn't
I
me.
I
That was
never
your
talk about
mom.
it because I remember yeah, now I remember Francine mentioned. I just never acknowledge that, or say anything or share much about it, even what I used to do besides my COVID. That's it. So yeah, thank you so much, Divine Healing Life, for being here. Thank you everyone for being here and sharing, and then post questions for Julie too. And Julie, you are I mean, amazing, amazing, amazing gift. And you are a
Your
star.
your mom, I keep seeing your mom. She's putting her hands like right by the sides of your face, and she's doing like this and giving you this kiss. She's
Yeah.
so proud of you.
Yeah, I saw her in dreams before many times, and
Mhm.
it was, I'll share one thing. She put her face, against my cheeks, and when I got up, it was cold. My face
Oh
was
yeah.
cold right
She's
away.
doing that, but she's got her hands like this, and she's putting her like right next to your face like that and kissing you.
She did in the dream. She put her face on my cheeks, and I can feel that when I woke up, it was cold. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah,
was years ago.
yeah.
Yes, Francine, thank you. Much love to you. Much love to you guys too. Thank you, Julie, for being here. Definitely will have you come back up. You can rewatch, watch this video again if you want to watch again. It's on my YouTube and it's there forever. You can watch that, share with people, connect with Julie because I think she's unique. I have not seen anyone does what Julie does and have the same gift. It's just amazing.
Oh,
And
thank you.
yes, great
Thank you.
demonstration and she's good. Yeah, I thought, my God, this is just gonna blow people's mind because I just
Mhm.
never seen that. Guys, thank you, thank
Lots
you. Yes, amazing,
and
amazing.
lots of great energy here with the people here. It's just
Everybody
beautiful.
here has a great energy. They're all so loving, and look at
Yeah.
all those beautiful hearts they're sending, and they're just very, very, very. I mean,
Is there
Great.
a way to hear their voices? I mean, like when I come back, would I be able to hear their voices?
No, not at all. This is just for audience, it's chat. For us, we can hear each
Okay.
other's voice.
I
So
would have to tune in that way.
now, yeah, that's actually, I'm glad that you asked that question. Let me ask you, Julie, because when you read me over the phone, you only hear my voice and you
Hmm.
do that picture and you read me accurately. Now, with the audience here, I know we have different psychic. They just look at their name and they just read. Could you tap into the voice and the sound? Can you tap to them by you can read their name there. Can you do that?
I have done that, yeah. So I do believe that I can. And
Cool.
just in terms of just doing a reading for someone, and it can be a very conversational style, like we're having, and I'm drawing at the same time we're having a conversation,
Yes.
and reading and drawing at the same time.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you could actually read and give the drawing too, quick draw. I don't know how you do it, because you're an
Mhm.
artist. Maybe you can quick drawing and show it to them real quick.
Yeah,
Those.
yeah, yeah.
Hey guys, what do you
We'll
like?
try
What do you
it.
think about that? Yeah,
We could
I
try.
just I just enjoy that. I mean, very much. Julie, thank you so
Okay.
much. You'll come back again. I'll
Yes.
see you. Please continue your drawing with the dragon. I love to see that in the completion.
Yes.
And perhaps one of the event that you're going to be on, we can share the end result of that drawing too.
Yeah,
It's going to be
yeah.
awesome.
I'm
Awesome.
on it. I'm on it this week. I'm gonna have fun with it.
Oh God, I'm excited, guys. Yes, I would love to see what else you get that information. And I know some of you guys are star seed, and you want to know. I mean, this would be amazing to get your drawing as well. Everyone, have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow, 10 o'clock, Kriti is going to be back here to do a tarot reading. 12 o'clock, Jakira is back to do clairvoyance. She's one of the EvolvMe practitioner, and I know some of you guys love her. She's really good. 6 p.m. I think it's 6 p.m. I'm not sure. You have to check on my YouTube. Uh, she's a teacher and author, and she's also a tarot reader. She's going to be talking about dreams, numerology, and how to manifesting in your life through your dreams and the number. That's going to be fun. All three of those tomorrow. Come back tomorrow, guys. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful evening.